Imagine an RV so massive it has two full stories, yet it's sleek enough to glide down the highway and smart enough to manage its own power, climate, and even safety. That's not science fiction. It's Toyota's brand new 2026 double-decker camper. With over 600 horsepower, a luxury apartment-style interior, and technology more advanced than some modern homes, this machine is rewriting the rulebook for travel. But here's the real question. Is it a groundbreaking step forward for road trips or just an overhyped toy for the wealthy? Stick around, because by the end, you'll know whether this camper is worth your dream adventure. Toyota has never been shy about pushing boundaries, but with the 2026 double-decker camper, they've taken a bold leap into territory few automakers have ever explored. This isn't just another RV. It's Toyota's attempt to blend their reputation for reliability with the kind of futuristic design and luxury that usually comes from high-end European motorhomes. Built for families, digital nomads, and adventure seekers who don't want to sacrifice comfort on the road, this camper is aimed squarely at the premium US market, where demand for bigger, smarter, and more versatile recreational vehicles is booming. What makes this launch so significant is the timing. As more Americans look for flexible ways to travel without giving up modern conveniences, Toyota is betting that a two-story rolling smart home is exactly what buyers want. And while it certainly looks like the future of road trips, the real question is whether it delivers where it matters most: design, performance, technology, and value. That's what we're about to find out.
From the outside, the 2026 Toyota double-decker camper doesn't just look like a camper. It looks like a concept vehicle that somehow made it into production. Its towering profile is impossible to miss, but Toyota has sculpted it in a way that feels modern rather than boxy. The front fascia wears sharp LED lighting signatures and an aggressive grille, while the aerodynamic bodywork cuts through wind better than you'd expect from a two-story machine. Imagine pulling up to a campground in this. Heads are going to turn instantly. Step inside and the wow factor continues. The lower level feels like a small luxury apartment, a full lounge area, a kitchen with smart appliances, and a dining space that doubles as a workspace. Go upstairs and you'll find private sleeping quarters, a master bedroom with panoramic glass, and even an optional skylight for stargazing. Toyota has layered the interior with sustainable wood, premium leather, and soft-touch fabrics that make it feel upscale without going over the top. It's a space designed not just to live in, but to actually enjoy. Of course, a camper of this size needs more than a fancy interior. It needs muscle. Under the hood, Toyota has equipped a hybrid diesel-electric system producing over 600 horsepower. That might sound excessive for a camper, but once you imagine hauling this massive structure up a mountain pass, it makes perfect sense. The multi-axle design spreads weight evenly, while adaptive air suspension smooths out bumps in the road. And if you're the type who doesn't stick to highways, Toyota offers off-road packages so you can venture far beyond paved routes. Boats, trailers, or extra gear? No problem. The towing capacity is equally impressive. But raw power isn't what sets this camper apart. The technology inside is closer to what you'd expect in a high-end smart home. A fully integrated AI system controls navigation, climate, and entertainment. Augmented reality displays maps right onto the windshield, while onboard satellite connectivity keeps you online no matter where you are. Want to kick back after a long drive? The surround sound system, smart TVs, and even VR-ready ports make this a rolling entertainment hub. And thanks to solar panel roofing and regenerative braking, much of that energy is managed sustainably. Safety, as always with Toyota, takes center stage. Yes, you get all the advanced driver assistance features, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, emergency braking, but this camper goes further. Automatic stability control counters heavy crosswinds, rollover prevention tech keeps you steady in emergencies, and even AI-assisted parking helps maneuver this giant into tight spaces. Add in 360-degree cameras and optional drones that scout terrain ahead, and you've got a safety net unlike anything else on the road. So, on paper, the 2026 double-decker camper sounds like the perfect blend of power, luxury, and futuristic tech. But here's where things get interesting. all of this comes at a cost. Literally. The price tag and overall value might surprise you, and not everyone will agree that this rolling smart home is worth it. In fact, some of its biggest strengths also create its biggest challenges. And that's exactly what we'll explore next, what this camper truly gets right and where it falls short.
This is the moment where hype meets reality. On paper, the 2026 Toyota double-decker camper promises the impossible. A rolling two-story mansion that drives like a luxury SUV. But what happens when you actually take it on the road? Surprisingly, it delivers. Despite its massive size, the hybrid diesel-electric system pushes this camper from a standstill to highway speeds faster than you'd expect. The power is instant, smooth, and confident, even when climbing steep inclines. And thanks to adaptive air suspension, the ride feels planted rather than clumsy. Imagine guiding a 40-foot machine up a winding mountain road and still feeling in control. That's the level of engineering Toyota has pulled off here. Inside, the noise is almost non-existent. Road and wind sounds are hushed to a whisper, leaving only the low hum of the drivetrain. Passengers can chat comfortably, stream movies, or simply stretch out in the lounge without the constant roar you'd expect from a vehicle this size. It genuinely feels less like an RV and more like a futuristic private jet on wheels. But here's the twist. The very features that make it extraordinary also create its biggest hurdles. Maneuvering in crowded city streets? Stressful. Parking in standard RV lots? Nearly impossible without Toyota's AI-assisted systems. And while the technology dazzles, it also raises concerns. What happens when complex systems fail miles away from the nearest service center? Still, when you weigh these trade-offs against the sheer experience of living and traveling in this machine, it's hard not to be impressed. The double-decker camper isn't just transportation, it's a statement. A bold declaration that road trips can be luxurious, futuristic, and surprisingly comfortable. So the big question remains, is all this innovation worth the staggering price tag? That's exactly what we'll break down in the final verdict.
After spending time with the 2026 Toyota double-decker camper, one thing is crystal clear. This isn't just another RV. It's a bold experiment that challenges what mobile living can be. On the positive side, you get jaw-dropping design, a two-story layout that feels more like a modern apartment than a vehicle, and performance that surprisingly matches its size. Add in the futuristic technology, Toyota's reputation for reliability, and the comfort of a rolling smart home, and it's hard not to be impressed. But we can't ignore the drawbacks. Its sheer size makes maneuverability a challenge, even with advanced driver assists. The tech that makes it futuristic could also become a headache if it fails in remote areas. And of course, the starting price of around $250,000 firmly places it in luxury territory, out of reach for most buyers. So who is this camper really for? It's perfect for families who want space without compromise, digital nomads chasing comfort and connectivity, or adventurers who want the ultimate wow factor on the road. But if affordability, simplicity, or ease of use are your priorities, this might not be the right fit. In the context of the US market, Toyota is making a statement. The future of RVs is smarter, greener, and more ambitious than ever. If this experiment succeeds, we could see more automakers pushing boundaries, blending cutting-edge tech with lifestyle freedom. At the end of the day, the double-decker camper isn't just a vehicle. It's a vision of where road travel could be headed. But the big question is, would you invest in this lifestyle revolution or stick with something more practical? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to IK Car Reviews, and hit that bell so you never miss our next big review.